Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to review The Strain Season 2, Episode 7. That's right, guys. Now, you're probably thinking, well, Mike Spider Slayer, where did this come out of? Why are you reviewing this? Well, I was a big fan of this show last season, watched every single episode, and I finally got caught up last week with all the previous 6 episodes of this season. And episode 7 came around, and I just wanted to do a review on the episode and kind of give you my thoughts in this series as a whole. So if you guys are not familiar with The Strain, it's a show that's on FX every Sunday night during the summertime, and it's around 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when the show happens. And it's about these crazy vampires. They have these worms in them, and they got these long-ass tongues, and if they stick out their tongue and they hit you and they suck you dry and they infect these worms in your body, and eventually you get infected and then you become one of these vampires too, and you're controlled by this master. Yeah, it's really crazy. And the first season was really cool, introducing these characters to the viewers. And if you're also not familiar with this show, there's also a comic series from this that's made by Dark Horse Comics. So this show is really based off of the comic book series. Now, last season you got to get introduced to the whole cast of characters and how the zombies, how the vampires started. This season it continues where our cast of characters have to go and they're coming up with a cure to try to, you know, stop these zombies and the vampires from affecting each other, and to try to end this plague. And so you get to see all kinds of corporate things happen and things being prevented to stop that from happening. So in this particular in this particular series, in this episode, we wind up seeing F, who is the main character, makes his return from Washington. He came out with this like bioweapon to try to stop this plague, and he was hunted down by Eldridge Palmer, is kind of like their bounty hunters, and you got to see his team of scientists or whatever they were. They got hunted down, and F wound up escaping and wound up making his way back to New York, and he winds up returning back to home and basically has to start from scratch once again. We also get to see in this episode that Dutch, and we see Fett, and we get to see Nikki have this love triangle. Now, Dutch was very involved with Fett in this episode and in this series in the past couple of episodes, and now they rescued Nikki. They wound up finding her in her old apartment, and she kind of just wanders back in with the group, and now they're having like this love triangle effect in here. We also get to see that Strankian and Fett wind up going into this building to search for the Master. And they find out that they have this new character that's involved that's searching for the Master as well. And he's, I think, otherwise known as maybe the Born. And I don't know if he's like the son of the Master and he's hunting him down, because we find out that this vampire hunter that's hunting this Master is half-breed. He's half human, he's half vampire, and back in the old days, like in the 1800s or Roman times even, he was this he was just this warrior and could not be defeated. So you get to learn a little bit of history about him as well. And then we find out that Eldridge Palmer, the old man that has been given back his health thanks to the Master for all his hard work that he's done to help these vampires, he winds up recently hiring this female assistant. Her name is Coco, and they've been having like this love interest thing going on, and it looks like by the end of this episode it looks like that they're hooking up. So that was quite interesting at times too. So the episode was pretty good. I felt that there could have been a little bit more action. The only time you ever saw action was where you get to see the Master for the first time in his new form. If you watch the first season, he was like, he first, before he became the Master, he was this rock star, and then he got possessed by the vampire, and then by the master, and then he was very loyal to him, so he chose this guy as his new host. And you get to see him for the first time, and then you get to see this new guy, and they were just about to do battle, and that's really all you really seen. And you saw the new vampire hunter dude really go out and kind of do some cool action scenes with some swords and some machine guns and stuff like that. And yeah, it was a pretty good episode. But the problem is with this series is that these plot lines are just kind of all over the place. Nothing ever seems, the flow of the show never seems politically, or not politically, but actually correct. You know, you have one scene where, you know, you get Palmer flying in his helicopter, but yet, and then they're all enjoying everything, and they're looking at the view, and then you get to see buildings on fire. Like, and he's like, "Oh, this is a beautiful day," you know. And you get this female Coco that's with Palmer, and you know, she knows something's not right, but yet she's in love with him, and it's just, you get this awkward love triangle between Fett and Nikki and Dutch, and it just doesn't seem right. Like, express your feelings, dude. And then the craziest thing that happens in this episode is that a couple episodes ago, you get to see F, who actually makes his way to Washington and has to go through all kinds of freaking ass security to get by. Well, when he escapes Palmer's men from being bounty hunter, how the hell did he get back to Manhattan? Like, what did he do? He was shot, he was wounded, and he wound up getting back to New York. Like, what the hell, dude? How the hell did he get back? Did I miss something? I'm not sure. So the way they execute their plotting is just a little bit weak. And my biggest complaint about this is that Zach, who is the son of F, in this show, is such, like, he misses his mom, and I get it, but how many times does his dad have to tell him that his mom is dead and that he's a different form? And the kid, all he does is sit there and like moves around and shit. He's such like a baby ass, you know? So even though this show does have its problems and it's not right all the time, put together right, it's still an interesting show, and it's really cool. They do have cool action scenes, and it is an interesting story, and you want to see what happens to it. You can kind of tell the show has a low budget type of feel to it, as they don't always show what's going on in the outside world, but they just keep within the confines of the buildings. But it's an okay show. I like it. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's not good like The Walking Dead, in my opinion, but hey, whatever tickles your fancy, right? So, guys, there's my thoughts on The Strain as a whole and episode 7. Hopefully, maybe I can actually review some more of these episodes. And guys, tell me what you think of this series. I'm kind of curious if you guys watch it, if you ditched it, if you think it's stupid. So, guys, in the comments below, again, I'm interested to hear. So, as always, fans, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0, and until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Thanks for watching, fans. See you soon. Bye.